Okay, the thing is, I really like our family car much better than my actual car. As you can see, our family car is in use, and I drove it today and also removed the ice and the snow. Yeah, it's icy again. But as you can see, my actual car, which is also my company car, Tesla Model S, it is completely covered in snow, and I guess the battery is frozen, by the way. So yeah, actually not much fun when I have to start it the next time. But fortunately, we have a charging station for electric cars nearby. So yeah, I might have to put it there for an hour to recharge at least 20% of the battery, because when it's cold it's really slow to charge and it's not so good for the battery. But still, yeah, I enjoy the Opel much more right now. Okay guys, in this video I'm gonna talk about why I like our family Opel much better than my company car, which is a Tesla Model S. And I'm gonna name a few reasons for that, and you're gonna decide if you think they're valid or not. Okay, it's gonna be a video about cars. I like cars, and that's also why I bought my Tesla in the first place. Let me tell you a little bit about this, because it makes you understand a little bit better why I make this video. So in 2021, 22, no, I think even from 19 to 22, yeah, from 19 to 23 even, I owned Opel Astra, which is it was a combi, I don't know, a sports tourer, that's what it's called. And it has exactly the same platform as our family Opel now, which is a Zafira. And I like these cars, you know, they have a lot of reach. Yeah, we'll come to the reasons later. So I had this car, and then I founded I made a change in the legal status of my company. So instead of being a solopreneur, then I started an LLC, so a limited liability company, which is called GmbH in Austria. And I thought, okay, very nice, because it got tax benefits. And in an LLC in Austria, there's also a thing that will be named afterwards. But you get a lot of tax benefits for electric cars. So I thought, okay, if I got an electric car, I can use it on the company and I can use it also privately. And you don't have to pay anything to the state for the private use. So you can buy it fully, yeah, through the company. You get some tax back because you get the 20% VAT, you get it back. And then you can drive it on company expenses and drive it privately also. So I do a lot of traveling, or I did before I became a dad. But I thought, okay, I need a car anyway, and why not an electric car? So I sold my Opel, and when I sold my Opel, I was already a little bit sad, because the guy who bought it, he got it pretty cheap, because I thought, yeah, I just sell it. I can drive. I could drive basically for free now in the Tesla. And so it passed the inspection afterwards. It had inspection due, I think 2 months after I sold it. And this guy, he texted me and he said, thank you so much. I never bought a car that works so nicely. It had over 200,000 kilometers. So yeah, and it passed the inspection without any things to repair. So usually, such an inspection costs you like 500 to 1,000 euros, because something is always, like the brakes or anything, like in the I don't know the English terms. I'll just let it be. So I always had something to repair, right? And it passed it. And I thought, okay, maybe the Tesla passes too. And the Tesla passed too. But in the week after, in the year after, I had an inspection, and I had a huge amount of money to pay, which was 3,000 euros just to repair the things that it can go to the streets again. I think if there are US-based watchers here in Europe, you have a very strict guideline which car can go to the street and what kind of inspection has to be passed and which cannot. And you have to always repair it in order to like drive safely, right? And otherwise you're not allowed to drive. And yeah, and so this all started. I thought, okay, I have a nice sports car, Tesla Model S. But yeah, now let's come to the reasons. What I found out is that I knew this before. I knew that the Tesla has 360 kilometers of reach when it's fully charged in summer. In winter, it has roughly about like a little bit more than 300. Reason number one, the Opel has 1,100 kilometers of reach at a cost of, let's say, 80 euros if you fuel it, right? The Tesla costs about the same to fuel. So 1,000 kilometers will also cost about 80 euros if you charge it on the Tesla charging station. It would be cheaper if you charge it at home, but right now I don't have a charging station at home. So this is pretty expensive, or at least the same price. Of course, the Tesla has over 300 horsepower. You got a lot of speed, you got a lot of acceleration if you go into it, but yeah, the reach is very, very limited. Okay, reason number one. Reason number two, winter. Right now we have winter, and as I showed you before, my Tesla is just standing out there. It has a cover of snow on it because in winter the reach is limited. In winter the battery charges much slower, yeah, and also, even the doors get frozen. If the doors get frozen, the windows get frozen. If you can open it, it doesn't mean you can close it again, because there's a mechanism at the window. When you open the car window, when you open the car door, the window slides down a little bit at this model. And if it cannot slide down, you can still open the car, but you cannot close it again, because in order to close it, it has to be a little bit downwards, and you close it and it goes up again, so it's closed. So this is something that happened to me in the past 3 days or so. I couldn't close the door properly. I just shut it close, and then I waited until it was a little bit warmer, and then I could open and close again. But this is a serious thing, yeah. And also in winter I got stuck 3 times last year. I got stuck because it has a rear motor and not all-wheel drive. So because it has a rear motor and very huge horsepowers, it always slips. It always slips in snow, at ice, everything. Yeah, and the only thing you can do, of course, yeah, is to get the chains for snow, but yeah, you really would need them every time if you go a little bit steeper up the hill or down the hill or anything, because you fucking slip on that. Yeah, that's it's really not suitable for winter. Reason number 3, the price. Okay, when I bought it, the Tesla, it was at no cost to me, because my company paid the down payment, got it back, the down payment, and I pay now. I financed the car, or it's not a leasing, it's a finance. So I pay 350 euros something, yeah, a month, and I pay insurance. So in total, this car cost me about 500 per month, but on company expenses. So for the company, it's not so much, right? It's not so much. but it was a used car, so I bought it for 40,000 euros, and it has this financing has an open sum that has to be paid at the end when the years are reached that I finance it for. So I got it for 5 years, and I pay 350 a month, and I paid the down payment, which I got back. And in the end, I have to pay 21,000, or I sell it for that sum, but I owe the financing company, I owe them 21,000. Okay. And that's not worth it. Okay, I tell you, that's not worth it. It's worth for showing off, for having a nice kind of sports car. It has a nice sun top to slide back in the summer, which you never use because it gets too freaking hot in here if it has really sun and you slide it back. And the Opel instead cost us 12,000 euros. Okay, 12,000, and it's paid off. It's also used. It's the same year of the issue year is the same of the Opel and on the Tesla. It's both 2017, and yeah, the Opel basically is paid off with 12,000. So it's nearly half of the remaining debt I have. Nearly half. I get the full Opel. I have the full reach of 1,100 kilometers. And I don't have monthly rates to pay, right? So, what is really annoying to me, I didn't realize that when I bought the Tesla. But what is really annoying is owing something to somebody for something you don't enjoy too much anymore. And this is an advice I can give to you if you want to buy a sports car. Like, even if you do it on company expenses, even if you got a lot of subvention. I don't know if it's even a German word, if it's even an English word, but if you get a lot of money from the state to buy it, yeah, like in the Tesla, because they want to have more electric cars on the streets, think twice about it, about your financial situation, which could change, which did in my case. Yeah, it changed a little bit in my case. So I would be very happy not to pay a monthly mortgage or a monthly rate for my Tesla. And I would be very happy to not owe the company 21,000 euros. And this is something I know it's my fault. It's totally my fault. I bought this car, which was okay-ish from the pricing, but it was too expensive for that time for me. And now I see that it's much nicer owning a car and not having to pay something back for it. Okay, these 3 reasons. Let me think about another one. Not really. I think the Tesla also has many benefits, you know. It has many benefits. Mainly it's fun. And also it's being like eco-friendly. But eco-friendly as far as the electricity is produced from solar energy or from water energy. Yeah, that's totally eco-friendly, and I could even put up a photovoltaic panels on my roof, and I could charge it for free. Yeah, that's true. That's the most advantage of this Tesla, and it will run forever. Basically, it will run forever because electric motors don't get crashed. It has less parts. The mechanic, the mechanic will not charge for the engine as much repairing as for the engine, but the other parts are pretty expensive in the Tesla. Okay, so expensive parts would also be number 4 on my list, because a car that's new pricing is 95,000. It has more expensive parts and also more expensive insurance, because insurance is calculated on the new pricing and not on the used pricing. Okay, so I bought it for 40,000. It's still, the insurance is based on the 95,000. Yeah, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can make something out of it, and I can or I could get you some advice if you're thinking of buying a Tesla.